Welcome along again, everyone. So I'm back after a couple of weeks away. First division tonight. Not on my usual grid. Championship. Luke's going to handle that one tonight. And Big Puggy's retired from the session without even leaving the pits. So we'll wait to see why that is. And I need to remind myself about all this stuff. It's been a little while to get this going. And we have the first car out on track, so let's watch on. Now, I don't know I don't know how many of you saw the senior division last night, but it was a little bit of a mess. I'm not actually sure what the verdict was in the end. I think they'll probably take the result from the lap before the final safety car, but all but 5 drivers got disqualified because of the new, seemingly because of the new safety car glitch. So, as if there wasn't enough bugs already, we've got a new one to deal with. So, having said that, fingers crossed that doesn't come out again tonight. Otherwise, it'll be another wasted night, which you don't like to see. So I'm going to have to familiarise myself with these names on the grid. Obviously, like I said, normally covering championships, so the names and the form and the order that I'm used to seeing is going to be slightly different. I did check Vlad has won the previous 2 races, so we'll keep an eye on him. But Booty 1973, nice, Booty. He's making his way down the main straight to tackle his first flying lap, so let's ride on board with him then and see how he gets on. So it's a good tight right on the first corner and up through what can be a flat left. Let's see if he keeps it pinned. Just a slight lift, that seems fairly reasonable for your first lap. Not letting it run out wide, keeping it tight to the right hand side, 50 metre board, turning in and getting the power. Straight back down again, 50 metre board, braking into another tight left-hander, second gear, short shift into third, and a little drift out to the right-hand side. Difficult traction zone, especially if you get on that curb. It's a good thing he didn't go any further to the right. Another slight lift as he heads down towards turn 10. I think he got that through okay. Lag aside. Got plenty of cars making their way out on the track now. Another 7 drivers are on track. Let's see what time can be posted. I didn't get a chance to check yesterday's call time, so we're going off what we've got. Anywhere in the 18s or the 17s I would imagine would be considered a good lap. We'll see. The 18.9s, he's just got in there by 7 1,000ths of a second, and that's the time to beat then. Booty. A 1:18.993. Next car across the line is going to be Stub. Oh god, I'm gonna go Stubby. I'll call him Stub. Let's watch on, see what he can pose. He may or may not come across some traffic. That the 2 Red Bulls, the 2 McLarens. And Booty, the time's already been smashed there by Vico. Let's go with Vico. A 1:17.3, 1.6 seconds quicker than Booty's opening time. And Leaky goes with a 1:20 flat. I'm not sure I've actually ever seen a flat time like that before. So that's, I mean, the lap itself isn't too impressive, but the time is impressive. Stub now heading down towards the slight lift, flat to the floor once again, and down towards turn 10. Let's ride on board for the final sector. He's not going to come across any traffic, which is nice. The Red Bull has given the gap to the McLaren. I'm not sure what's happened to Puggy. He hasn't said anything yet, so... Oh, is that track limits? And it's... he's going to have to pit, I would imagine. No, okay, he's going to bank the lap. Fair play. We'll get the time in. A 1:19.2, okay, not too bad. Good banker. I suppose there's no need to cancel that lap out. Ah, okay, I see. Yes, Stub says stubborn only with an E, so Stube. Or yeah, no. Stubby. Stubby. Yeah, Stubby. Anyway, let's forget about that for the time being. Got the Haas now, who's already set a time. Is he on a fast lap or is this his in lap? Yeah, this is his in lap. He set a 1:20.3, so Vico's time yet to be beaten. And let's see if we got anyone else on a lap. The Red Bull, I think, has also just finished his lap. Smithy is out. Is he out? Why? I see 2 Red Bulls on the map. But that's now 2 people out of qualifying. Yeah. Stubby. Nice. I've got it. I've got it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Jeff Sir Martin and then a poor lap, but he'll obviously want to get back in. Get himself out. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. One of the Williams. Where is he? No, it's not a Williams, it's an Alpine. There he is, getting himself round. Is he going at the pits? Yes, that would make sense. He may have damage, obviously we missed it. I'd imagine he just clipped the curb and spun on the inside. Right, we've got the Mercedes coming out. Let's see how he gets on. Annoyed Gamer heading across the line to begin his first lap of the session. Can he get into the 18s or can he set the pole position time? Something tells me that Vico's 1:17.3 might be hard to beat. Oh, and he's dropped it. That's a familiar sight. I'm sure a hell of a lot of people have been doing that this week. It's not quite flat. I mean, maybe there's a... Oh, no, don't get stuck. Oh, okay, good. I did the exact same thing on Monday in practice, and the game got me stuck on grass. And it wouldn't let me move, and then I got disqualified from qualifying, but at least that hasn't happened to him. He's got himself out. Aston Martin maybe just letting him pass there. Yeah. And we've got an Alfa Romeo crossing the line. It looks like it's going to be Beatley going for his second lap. Let's see if he can get into the 17s again. 1.6 seconds off pole position. It would have to be a mighty improvement if he's going to take pole position. It might be front row of the grid though. Let's see. Is he going to keep it clean? He's kept it planted. That's a good corner. Kept his foot to the floor the entire way there. The connection's not doing me any favours here, but you know, we'll just watch on regardless. So Vico taking each sector, obviously the fastest there. The task confirming that, obviously with it being 9/10 ahead of anybody else, you'd expect him to have set 3 fastest sectors. Let's see if he improves then. .118.9 to beat, 118.2 to take a position, and it's a 118.9. He's only improved by a couple hundredths there. No, it's right on with here he is again. Stubby, back for another lap. Again, he needs 3/10 to take the position above. Keeps his foot planted firmly to the floor. Yes, he does. No lift. No lift at all through turn 3. Be interesting to keep an eye on that throughout qualifying and the race. Obviously, race pace might be safer to just have a slight lift. You don't want to risk spinning in the race, but quali trim, a lot of drivers will be able to do that flat. Here he goes then. Is it going to be enough to improve, to take a position? Let's have a look. Yes, it is enough to go onto the front row of the grid. A great improvement there. I just forgot what his time was there, but nevertheless, it's a good 2 seconds worth of an improvement. A 17.5. 2.5, nearly 3/10 off pole position. He'll get himself round, hopefully do one more lap. But it was enough to drop that out of the front row down to the second. But Vico still holds all 3 fastest sectors. The Haas on his way around. No, the Haas on an in-lap. And a Ferrari. There's a McLaren on the way. No, never mind. That's also an out-lap. Let's ride on board with Reuse then, who's just set off for his lap. He obviously made a mistake in his previous at 1:33.9, so this is really his first proper flying lap. Let's hope he can get to the end of it without making a mistake. There's a Mercedes off at the end of the circuit there, just made a mistake coming out of turn 12, which again is it's a difficult exit. He's got out the way of the 2 cars passing him there, and he rejoins safely. Oh, and he's dropped it again, bless him. Those tyres must be roasted. Zabi Jaka is saying he also spun and got disqualified in turn 3, so I don't know if you heard what I said before, but that happened to me on Monday. Wouldn't let me out of the grass, so difficult place. Clearly it's catching a few people out. Unfortunate. I mean, it's just this game. What can you expect? You can't take it too seriously. The amount of bugs that are in it, you know, people pay 60, 70 quid for this and they can't even put out a working game. Oh, that's a risky corner cut there, but I think it's okay. Reuse is going to head across the line. Where's it going to put him? It could be anywhere. And he puts him into the second row of the grid, so he's still well over a second away from the front row. But it's a big improvement. Good lap to get under his belt. Now he may just have time to get back around for one more lap. 4.5 minutes of the session remaining to cross the line to start your lap. Frax hasn't set a time yet. Let's see. Is he just sitting in the pits? Yes. It looks like he is. Got a McLaren off. Again, turn 12. Catching drivers out. He's got a lot of time to get it back on the road and get it moving again. It looks like it was his out lap, so not the end of the world. Just, you know, he's just improved the tyre temps a little bit. A few more degrees. That should help him along his way. Needs to get a good exit. He starts making his way around now. Let's watch on board with my teammate in the McLaren. The McLaren sits in P5 on the third row. Most cars in everything intact, I think. Yes, his front wing's still there. So that was just another connection problem. But he now just has to wait for this final car, the Williams, to go past. If he can get on his way, that's an unfortunate one. Turn 2, couldn't even make a good start on his lap. Stay out on these tyres to just go for another time. If he pits, you end up sitting in the pit lane for at least a minute, if not more, while your mechanics slowly bring you back into the box. Let's check. Is it deck? Is this a lap? I think it will be a lap. He's got 35% ERS remaining, so this should be just about right. Flying now through the final hairpins of 14 and 15, getting his foot to the floor. 1:19.3. Can he break into the 18s? Is it going to be an improvement? Yes, it is. A 4/10 improvement. Good lap. That puts him into P7. RPM deck into P7. With what I believe will be Leakey heading down the straight for his lap, which again should be his final lap of the session. All these drivers coming out now to make their final runs. That time set by Vikos yet to be beaten, a 1:17.3. Oh, and he's dropped it again. It's another victim. Another turn 3 victim. Again, you don't want to lift because you want to get the pace, but sometimes you just lose the rear end and end up backwards. So that you'll have time to get round. Oh, there's another one, a Ferrari. Is it Frax? Yes, it is. Frax has gone off as well. So many people getting caught out by this corner. Like saying, it's expected if you're risk versus reward. If you want the extra 10th, turned out to be the better option for most, I think. Let's have a look at Cools then. Oh, and Westy's retired. Where's he gone off? Oh no, he's just gone into he's in the pit lane and he's retired from the session again. Not entirely sure why, and that is the Alpine of Vico off, going through turn 6. The pole time should stand. It'll be interesting to see if Stubby can improve it. All sorts going on in the final few seconds here. I want to try and catch this is outlap. Okay, he forgot to turn the hot lap off because he's only got 40% ERS, so that may run out before the end of the lap, unless this is the end of his lap. We'll watch on, because if anyone's going to break the pole time, it will be him. I mean, this certainly looks like a qualifying lap, but he's not going to have any ERS left come the second sector. And he will soon see his delta time drastically fall off a cliff, especially when he gets to the straight line section after turn 9. It's unfortunate that he's left his ERS on there, because he could have posed. He wasn't that far away from pole position, but it's not going to be his day. Oh, and there's an AlphaTauri just sitting on the racing line. Who the hell was that? Is that Leaky? Yeah, that was not an ideal place to be. Not only at the apex, not only at the corner entry, also facing the wrong way. And I would imagine that's Stubby just aborting that lap and accepting that P2 is where he's going to be. There's a Ferrari just crossed the line. Has that changed anything? No, Frax has finished. Is Ryu's going to improve? Yes, he does. He pips Jones. Takes P4, second row of the grid. Good lap to end the session. Now let's see. Is this Booty coming round? Let's watch on. He maybe finished his lap, but let's watch it regardless. This may be the last guy across the line. Yeah, he's going to finish it. Can he take the second row, or is he going to stay on the third row? Stays on the third row of the grid, so that will be the grid, I believe. Yeah, that should be an in-lap as well, and that is it. So the early time posted by Vico was enough to keep pole position, even though he DNF from the session. A 1:17.3 with a 2.5 tenth gap to Stubby in P2 in the Williams. Two Dutch drivers lining up on the front row of the grid. Vlat, your previous 2 race winner on the second row. Reuse, Jones, Booty, Deck, Smith and Leakey, with Westy rounding off the top 10, keeping it in the 1:19s. 2.5 seconds separating the top 10, a second separating the top 5. And I believe we won't have a formation lap, obviously, due to the glitches that we've been seeing. So I think we'll just be getting straight underway. And a quick look at the telemetry tells me that no one was able to beat any of Vico's sector times. So that is a great lap and a great pole position set by him. So as we wait for the drivers then to line themselves up on the grid and get the strategies going, I'm going to take a drink and be back for lights out. Okay then, so let's hope we have minimal safety cars today. But it's quick. We've got 3, 4, 5 lights, and here we go, it's lights out. And the race is underway very quickly, almost too quickly to be honest. We've got a great run down there. The squeeze, the Alpine's been squeezed, and it's shaky by the McLaren. Potential damage there as we go into turn 1. Stubby takes the lead. The connection's all over the place. It's hard to even keep track of what's actually happening. I don't want to commentate on something that isn't actually happening. I've got a warning about my connection. I've got the stream up, so it looks like it's doing okay for the time being. Let's get the changes so we can see who's gained and who's lost. Booty up 4 positions. Great start by him. The Alfa Romeo up into P2. And Vico's lost out on the lead of the race straight away. Stubby even. That's going to take a little while. Takes the lead of the race from P2 going into turn 1, which is a great start for him. And now he wants to try and get away from Booty as fast as he can. Williams in the lead, and there's been a 3-second time penalty for Cools already. Is that 3 track limits warnings within the first 10 corners? We've got an AlphaTauri off the road rejoining just in front of the Red Bull. Oh my goodness. This connection is not ideal. Got a tight pack here at the back. As Stubby crosses the line and sets obviously the fastest time of the race, he gets across and holds on to P1. It's right on board with the front. There's already a pack emerging from the top 10. Reuse has got a 1.8 second gap over Big Puggy, and the rest are all relatively close in. There's an issue there for the Red Bull. It's Smithy. He's off on turn 3 again. Is he going to get it round? He gets taken by the Alpine, the Williams even. And that's not the start that he would hope for in that Red Bull. But nevertheless, at least we've got through the first couple of laps without a safety car. Hopefully give the guys a chance to just cement the positions, maybe get a few more overtakes in, and then the race pace gets underway properly. Like I say, the fewer safety cars we can have, the less chance of getting that Delta glitch, which seemingly causes people a hell of a lot of issues. So Stubby's building up a nice gap as DRS is enabled, but he's just inside his window. He'll be using some ERS, I would imagine. Yes, he is. He's used nearly all of his ERS, actually. Both drivers have. In an aid to try and keep with each other. We've got a Mercedes off at the back. Is that annoyed gamer yesterday's? Is he off at turn 2? He's going to rejoin after the Williams has driven past. Mistakes all round. He had such a good start. He gained 4 positions at the start, and now he's down net 8 positions from his ballistic start earlier. Big Puggy the biggest gainer, and he's lost it again. He didn't let the tyres cool down enough. He started on the softs. I'd actually be interested to see, have many people start on the softs? No, he's the only driver on the soft tyres, and he's let the heat get too much of, sorry, yeah, he's let the heat take over the tyres a little bit too much, and now he finds himself trailing by 15 seconds at the back of the pack. He goes right up the back here. If Booty looks to take him, he's got plenty of ERS to attack with. Booty's got absolutely nothing left to defend with. And Vico's going to take P2 back. He takes a wide berth around the side of the Alfa Romeo, ducks back in before the braking zone and takes his normal line through turn 1 and now 2. And now he can set off on the hard tyres, chasing after Stubby. Hard versus medium then, so Vico can go long, hope for a late safety car to keep net position. It's working out well for him at this moment in time, I think. Big gap starting to appear all around the circuit. Let's see what Vico's pace is like up against the medium tyres of Stubby then. Bearing in mind he has got a lot of ERS remaining. Stubby's slowly reclawing it back. But Vico's got a lot to burn. So Westy has picked up some wing damage from earlier on. Looks like he's continuing with it. It's just minor, 25%. Because that's the fastest lap of the race on those hard tyres. So he's proving a point there to Stubby that he's going to gain on him over the next few laps. 1.6 seconds the gap as it stands. We've got Leak there making a move around the... So he's not going to be able to defend, and Leak still has just under 70%. So that's raw pace alone getting him past. I don't think Westy will pose much of a challenge in behind. The Mercedes is off again. It's another gamer on those soft tyres. The most grip doesn't seem to be enough. He now plumb last. I may as well just box for hards now and just get it over with. Unfortunate for him. Temperatures far too high. He's got destroyed rear tyres, 26% usage already compared to everybody else's 15. He's going to come in and get them changed. Potentially just go for hard tyres. Could he take them 28 laps? I mean, it's doable. They'll be on the last legs come the checkered flag, but it's very possible, and there's a good chance of a safety car anyway for some more softs. I'm pretty sure he'll have a second fresh set. The hards go on then. A decent stop, and he gets himself back out on track. Vico's taking the lead. What has happened to Stubby? He's obviously made a mistake as he's dropped all the way down the grid. That was my mistake. I've missed that completely. He didn't pit, so he's made a mistake. Coming out of presumably the third sector. I wasn't away from the leader that long. But Vico leads then on the hard tyres. Pole position has regained the lead of the race, and Vlad, the previous two winners, is close behind him. We've got an Alpine off in sector 3. It's Cools again coming out of turn 12. A lot of drivers struggling on the exit there. It's another one of those long right-handers where you're not entirely sure on the traction, and there's Leaky off again. Again, turn 3 suffering, and that's got to be front wing damage. He's reset to track, probably the smartest thing to do. Let's ride on board again with the front runners. I don't want to miss anything else. Stu's looking to make a move down into turn 10. Is he going to get it? Oh, what's going on here? The connection is all over the place. Yeah. So Stubby moves up to P4 and lost a few positions, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the pace to pick up those positions back in the remaining 20 odd laps here, 27 laps. Might have a move on here. Deck maybe looking to take the position back. He's got lots of ERS to deploy, and Stubby loses the position again. Using all of his ERS in the early laps is costing him long term now. The drivers around him have plenty to deploy, and he's suffering all the way down in single digits. Yellow flag again. It's an Aston Martin. Zabajak has gone off into turn 1. He might have clipped the inside curb. He's going to have to take it easy while his tyres cool down. Doesn't want to do what's been happening to Stubby's looking to make another move, and he gets it done, but again he's not going to have any ERS to defend with down the back straight. It may have almost been better to just hold out for DRS. The Alpine of Deck's going to pick up DRS and probably just drive straight by him. Let's watch on though. It's a 2-car, 3-car battle going down the main straight. Let's ride on board with Deck as he gets the rear wing open, and he heads now down towards Stub again. 7 tenths decreasing every lap. He's not deploying any ERS this time, and Big Puggy holds what he's got in behind the Alpine also. So Stubby holds on to the position for the time being. Again, he's not allowing his ERS to charge. He's just going to keep it down in single digits, while the drivers in behind don't. DRS then as we head down towards turn 9. Westy looking to have to deal with those 3-second time penalties. And the Alfa Romeo of Booty, he's gone off into the wall there, coming out of turn 8. He's going to lose a lot of positions. Can he get it back on track before the McLaren comes around the corner? He might have to concede. He can't just sit on the apex there. It's a good decision to let him go by. The Aston Martin's going to be right behind him now. Oh no, okay, he's not that close. Are we going to have a move for the lead of the race? No, the gap is big enough. But there's a nice pack from the Alpine of Deck again. Stubby's built up a huge gap. There must have been a mistake in there by Deck. 1.5 seconds. And now Puggy is looking to go around the outside of him into the braking zone of turn 1. He's slightly deep. He could have apexed a little bit better there. And Deck loses the position down back to P6 again. There's an Aston Martin going slowly in sector 3, but he's kept it going. And Booty may be looking to get up behind Westy again. It's a difficult area to try and think about a move going through turn 3. If your opponent makes a mistake, you might want to floor it, but chances are you're just going to lose traction. Seen countless times already tonight, and they're just decent. Yellow flags up again here for Stubby. And Vlad is closing in. He could make a move for the lead of the race on those medium tyres. Obviously, Vico knows that he can go long. Oh, and that's Westy out into the wall of turn 9. I'd imagine he's maybe clipped the inside curb and lost the rear and gone spinning out into the wall. That's one of the McLarens, very unfortunately, out of the race. And it's a safety car. Is it a full course safety car? Yes, it is. Full course safety car is coming out onto the track. Now let's see what the drivers decide to do. The Alfa Romeo is about to cross the pit lane. He comes in then. I would imagine he's obviously going to go straight to the hards. That's played out perfectly for Booty, who's lost a couple of positions due to his mistake. He could well regain a few now. With the drivers slowly making their way around. Obviously now under safety car conditions, 40% of the maximum speed allowed around the circuit. Be interesting to see what Vico does here. 9-lap-old hard tyres. He may stay out, but that's only going to benefit Vlad in behind, who can come in, change the hards, and gain a good 25 seconds over him. Or is Vico going to say, you know what, I'll slap some mediums on and hope for another late safety car, which again is fairly likely, and he can strap on some fresh soft tyres. Let's watch on, see what he does. Is he going to dummy? Is he going to dive? Let's see. He's going to dummy him, and he stayed out. I think Vlad would have always boxed anyway, so it's not too much of a dummy, but he did a little swerve. Stayed out on track. I'm not sure that's the best decision. Long term, obviously, if there's not another safety car, then it will turn out to be a good decision, but chances are there'll be another one. So a lot of drivers then diving into the pit lane. Yeah, it's filling up. The McLaren comes out, fresh hards for him. Stubby heads down to his box. Everyone's going to be slicking on, going to be racking on some hard tyres to try and take it to the end of the race. It's a little bit early to come off the mediums, but obviously it's a good time to take the pit stop. Puggy's also stayed out there, so he's there in between Puggy, and it's a Williams. It's cool, so oh, okay.